Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Uh, I don't really have anything to say today, honestly. Um, see, I'm still saying it. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to say something. You know, I've been having a nice streak lately. Why don't just keep going with it? So today, today's been a nice day. I mean, nothing really happened today. I mean, it could always be worse, but I felt like trying. I went back to the original room. I turned the fucking lights on. You know, nice peaceful day. I don't really have much to say, honestly. I just think saying something would be nice. It's been a daily report at this point. Not sure how many days it's been. What, a week now? I don't know. But I kind of want to like keep this energy rolling. You know, be nice, be happy. Good vibes, good mood. It calms me. Wish I had like a topic to talk about. I mean, I've been thinking of like a couple things I want to talk about lately. Um, let's see here. I think at this point there's like a couple of topics. Ugh, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, there's been a couple topics I want to talk about lately. Or it'd be like anime, games, manga. Did you guys know that Witch Hat Italia is coming out soon? I never realized that. I was questioning when the hell that was gonna come out. But we're not here to talk about Witch Hat Italia. I mean, yesterday, what I really was thinking about talking about yesterday was Sonic Frontiers, which is a very random thing for me to talk about. I never fucking talk about Sonic. But I remember yesterday I was having like a lot of strange thoughts in my mind, right, about why is Sonic Frontiers such a weird game. First off, I gotta say this off the bat. I don't like Sonic Frontiers. I know, for me, personally, I have like this rule. I shouldn't say rule, where where I can't really judge a game if I haven't played it in like 5 years or so. So even if I think it's like the best game of all time or the worst game of all time, if it's been like 5 years, I would say like, okay, it's been a long time. Am I really gonna still have the same opinion as last time? But for Sonic Frontiers, it just kind of, what was it? I played Sonic Frontiers back in 2023, right? I'm pretty sure that's when I first played it. And everyone was hyping this game up as like one of the best fucking games of all time. Not one of the best games of all time. I don't think anybody fucking said that. I'm lying. But one of the best Sonic games of all time. I'm like, okay. I never thought about getting it because at that point I'm like, Sonic's fucked at this point. I don't give a shit. Sonic can do whatever the fuck it wants. I'm out. I'm not a Sonic fan anymore. So I'm like, I'll look at it from afar, but that's it. I know the last Sonic game that fucking came out was a fucking train wreck and a disappointment disaster. So why the fuck should I even care anymore? Then, when Sonic Frontiers did come out, or we can first talk about when it was first shown off, right? When Sonic Frontiers was first shown off, holy shit, that was terrible. I gotta admit, that was probably one of the worst reveals for a video game that could have ever happened. Sega was not marketing that game the way it should have been marketed. It was so ass. That game's marketing was not good. But, we can ignore all the shitty Sonic Frontiers marketing that happened during its release and just talk about the release of itself. And everyone hyping this up as like the best Sonic game to ever come out. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this game does have sauce. It's still, people are still calling it a 7 out of 10 Sonic game, but Sonic games are always a 7 out of 10, so whatever. So a couple months pass, I pick it up on sale. I don't remember if Final Horizons was teased or yet. I don't think it was, because I didn't play Final Horizons. I think I stopped playing the game at some point before that was announced. So this is just me and prior Final Horizons thoughts and opinions, right? And when I first played it, I thought it was like an okay game, right? I was going around having fun. The first island was a very nice, fun, fulfilling experience. Then you fight the boss, you hear the fucking epic music that's playing, and it's like, okay, maybe you guys are right. But as literally the moment I finished the fucking boss and killed, what was the boss name? Giganto? Pretty sure it's Giganto. That's when the game kind of fell apart for me. I'm like, oh no. As soon as I hit the desert, I'm like, I'm gonna have to do the same thing that I did on the first island all over again. And I'm like, woof, okay. Whoa. That is rough. I got so bored, bro. I'm like, okay, now I'm bored. And it kept going throughout the entire fucking journey. I'm like, I'm like weared off at that point. The magic of this game is all gone and I'm entirely drained. Everything was, it was awful, bro. It's like, the desert is like so boring, and then you fight the boss, and the boss is cool. I like the aesthetic of the boss, how you fucking, the entire level, you're like down below, and then you fight the boss up top. And I'm like, okay, at least I feel like the bosses are gonna get more grand as it goes along. You fight the fucking first boss, Giganto, in this little boss arena, then you fight Witherin, and on the fucking island that you are doing the entire fucking platforming, collecting the entire time. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. So, fucking third island, something cool is gonna happen, right? We're going even higher, right? No, you don't. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. But as soon as it's like the boss is fine, I was having a terrible time with it because I didn't know how to fuck the parry in the game yet. And I didn't realize you just have to hold it. So I'm trying to like time the parries like any other fucking parry system, but that's not how it works for some stupid reason. So I fucking doing that boss fight for like a good 30 minutes. You know, it's dumb. It's dumb. Whatever. Who cares? Get to the third island, and I'm just wiped out at this point. And all my love and energy of the entire game is just kind of gone. And I'm just trying to finish it just to finish it. Because I'm like, man, I like to finish games before listening to the OSTs, and I'm like, I at least want the boss OSTs, because those are at least cool. I want to take those. So, you know, I kept pushing through, and it's like, this game's just not fun. This game's just not it. The open world section is just not for me, and I just do not like the fucking stages inside Sonic Frontiers. I know, like, hindsight's 2020, that these are just kind of copied levels from the old games, just repasted as fucking Sonic Frontiers engine style levels, and it's like, man, it's not for me. It's not for me. I just don't like it. I don't like any part of fucking Sonic Frontiers' gameplay, like, at all. It's all kind of boring. The open world section is just not fun to walk around in. It's just so boring. It feels like one of those fucking hire this man ass gameplay. I just don't like it. I don't know. It's just not fun. It's just not for me, bro. So I finished the third island and then get to the fucking last island. Just want to do all the shit all over again. I didn't know that big fishing would have just stopped everything, so I was still like completing levels like the regular old-fashioned way. And it's just not a fun time. You fight the final boss, and the final boss isn't fun. When I mean final boss, I mean like fourth robot thing. I was playing on hard mode, but even then, I didn't fight the fucking purple moon, so I got the regular ass bitch ass ending for some reason. I think that's because I lost in like the first fight of fucking final boss or whatever. I don't remember turning the difficulty down, but who knows? I don't know what happened. But I didn't fight the fucking purple moon. I finished the game, and I'm just like, wow. This game is truly something. Something I just don't like. It saddens me too, because it's like, I came in wanting to like this game, but it just kind of made me hate this game more. It's like, I don't even like this game's story. game story is just kind of ass. You know, but prior, I'm like, okay, I like the IDW comics. I'm like, this is fun. But then, as soon as I get to fucking Sonic Frontiers, I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe maybe the new writer isn't what I was expecting it to be, and it's like, man, everything just kind of sucks here. It was all just kind of, it all just kind of sucked. I don't like the story, the gameplay. I mean, I like the vocal songs, but even the fucking open world like stage songs, I don't like any of those either. It's like some of them are okay, but I mostly like the vocals. The vocal songs are all pretty good. And it's like, should I really be only liking Sonic for the vocal soundtrack instead of like the main soundtrack? And it's like, man, it's all just kind of, it all sucks, man. It's like I wanted to like it. I wanted to call it like what everyone else was calling it. I wanted to see what the appeal of this game was, but I just never saw it. I never saw the appeal of it. People said the fucking gameplay was good. I didn't like the gameplay. It was all boring open world stuff, and I don't like open worlds that are just boring run around places to do things. It's just not fun. I want fucking locations that are memorable, but there's no place in Sonic Frontiers' open world that's a nice memorable spot. I can't think of a single thing in that game that had like a nice memorable moment. Like, where's the landmarks? Where's like the interesting spots that had like something of note there? There's nothing like that inside Sonic Frontiers. It's just construction, desert. I can't think of it. I don't even think of a single thing inside the fucking desert. What the fuck's in there? I don't fucking know. People were praising the story, and the story's good, and it's like, no, it really isn't. I don't really like any of the characters' motivations or changes or whatever the fuck's going on with fucking the story of Sonic nowadays and how melodramatic is all being. Fuck all of that. It's like the references were getting way too obnoxious. It was all kind of like grating. Hearing every single reference from previous Sonic game that had nothing to do with the story going on right then and there. It's like, the music is just, it doesn't sound like Sonic music. I think that's the worst part, and I think that's the real thing that I was like having problems with yesterday, because I was listening to I'm Here, right? I'm like, I'm Here is such a nice song, but I'm like, I like I'm Here, but for me it's like the worst of the vocals, which is still like A to S tier, right? But then I'm like, wait, is I'm Here actually the worst song? Because when I really think about it, I'm Here is probably the best vocal track in the game. Because for the story and narrative that I was trying to go for, like this sad melodramaticness in the entire story, I'm not sure why it's playing big ass metal themes in the boss fights. It feels like such tonal. It doesn't sound tonally right. It's like, what the hell's going on here? When I'm listening to I'm Here, it sounds somber, but also like dramatic. It sounds like music for like a somber story. It's something you would hear in like Xenoblade or some shit, where it's like, it's still somber, but it's also like dramatic. And it's like, that's what I think the story's trying to go for like its tone, right? But all of the fucking other vocal tracks don't really match that same level of tone. It's so weird. Like the music, the regular music might be boring, but at least it like kind of matches like the tone of the game, right? But then I'm like listening to the vocal tracks, like none of the vocal tracks really match like the vibe this game's going for. It feels so mishmashed. And I keep thinking, man, like Undefeatable is such a great song, but why does it not sound like it's for this game? I also have problems with it being a Sonic song. Sometimes it's like, it sounds, I know it's a Sonic song, but it also doesn't sound like a Sonic song. It's weird. But beyond that, it just doesn't fit for this game. What's with the fucking heavy ass metal? Inside my somber, everyone's depressed game, it doesn't really match. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I mean, the cyberspace levels, it's like, with all the techno sounds, I'm like, at least that makes sense, right? You're in cyberspace, so I expect, like, cyber music, even if I don't really like it that much, at least I get it. the fucking Breath of the Wild soundtrack being inside Sonic. I mean, it's trying to go for like this nice peaceful vibe here. I'm not really a big fan of it, but as like I get it, I understand it. But it's like matching like the story's vibe and tone, but it's just not really matching. It feels like a mismatch here. That's how. Thanks to. That's how I feel. I'm sorry if I'm like speaking over myself. It's like these are like all my thoughts for Sonic Frontiers, all coming to one. Because this is how I feel about Sonic Frontiers. It just feels off. It feels like it like dragged my feelings for Sonic like worse. It feels like it has me by the net, so it feels like I'm like it feels like I'm a Sonic fan, but it's like everything that I hate about Sonic Frontiers is still like in it. I'm not sure if my words are like making sense. This is just kind of like my mini Sonic Frontiers rant because I just wanted to rant about something. And I'm like, fuck it, let's just rant about Sonic Frontiers. I have problems with Sonic Frontiers, okay? I don't like the game. I tried doing a second playthrough, but I really couldn't do it. I tried playing through the other levels, but I couldn't keep doing it. I just stopped and I'm like, yeah, I don't like this game. The boss fights are like cool in theory, but in execution they don't really work out the best. Even if I still think they're like the highlights of the game, right? They're still cool. I still like them. I'm not trying to like downplay like the epic coolness of it all here, but it's also like meh. It's all kind of just meh. I don't know. I kept thinking, what was the point of Sonic Frontiers? And I'm like, it came to like my head, right? It's like I feel like the whole point of Sonic Frontiers is like it's the expression of change, right? All the characters are like trying to change. The game's trying to be different from every other fucking Sonic game. It feels like everything about Sonic Frontiers is like it wants to be change. The entire story, tone, music, pacing, it's all trying to fit into this theme of change. They want Sonic to change, and it's like I feel like I can slightly get that, but I feels like at the same time it doesn't feel like it got executed correctly. That's how I feel. Nothing about the story of this game feels like it's trying to inspire any like change or growth. Especially at the end. I'm like, what the hell did the ending of the game have to like all coincide for like this message of change? And nothing ever really came of it. I don't know. This is my fucking Sonic ramble now on how much I hate Sonic Frontiers. And it's like, it's true, I hate Sonic Frontiers, but I still love Sonic. Okay? I'm always gonna be like a Sonic fan, even if I'm not like a fan of Sonic right now, per se. I still like Sonic. I guess that's kind of like the real ending of this rant. I like Sonic. And don't let me or anyone else take away your love of Sonic, even if you have frustrations about Sonic at times. Everyone should be allowed to have frustrations about the things they like. You know, I think it's all part of us. So I will keep being frustrated at Sonic while also liking Sonic, you know? Hopefully Sonic will be better at some point. When that point is, I have no clue. But, you know, here's hoping that Sonic can be the Sonic I know and love, even though he probably won't be. I don't know. More Sonic rants in the future, maybe. But man, do I feel so much better like letting that shit all out, you know? You gotta sometimes just let out your frustrations about the things you don't like. And for me, that is Sonic Frontiers. Maybe next time I'll rant about a different game that I also don't like. Because why not rant about the games you hate? Because it feels good to me. Peace.